Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the video. Here today I'm going to show you how to change the region of your game and to another region so you can get DLC from another region to work on the game. Now today, for example, our guinea pig is going to be LA Noire. I have the US version, which is BLUS 30554, I believe, or something like that. It's 30554, and I have DLC, but it's bles, BLES 00933. So it's designed for the European version of the game. Now, for whatever reasons, you may need to change your region. I actually am making this video because not so long ago, a couple of soldiers presented me with an issue regarding this. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I used to be in the military myself, and I was stationed overseas for almost 2 years. So I know how that goes. For whatever reason, it may be, you just have a game from one region and you want it to play DLC from the other region. So you're going to need to change that game's region. Also, keep in mind that when we're doing this, you're going to need to change your save files as well. But I have another video posted that shows you how to do that. You're going to need a PC, and your PS3 needs to be jailbroken. We're not going to cover how to jailbreak PS3s here, guys. Only, how to reassign the game region and how to change it. So we'll go ahead and get started. You're going to also need, by the way, I forgot, a USB flash drive, and you're going to need some files installed on your PC. So PS3 tools and everything will be in the description. PS3 tools needs to be installed on your PS3 because we need the param SFO editor, and we also need the .sfb editor from the tools, as well as a hex editor. Now, if you have one already installed, that's fine, but here we have HXD, which I use a lot. And don't get nervous when you see this hex. Trust me, it's only going to take a few seconds what we're going to do with it. And that's pretty much it. What we're going to do next also is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start the PS3. We're going to get into Multiman, and then I'm going to go into Multiman's file manager, and we're going to kind of get started from there. So when you install these tools, by the way, in your on your PC, everything is straightforward. However, ADOS tools, keep in mind that when you run them, you do need to install it as administrator. Okay, if your antivirus kind of goes off, it's only because there's one file or two in there, the package content ID, which trips it, but it's a false positive. Don't worry about it. And that's about it. The file by default installs onto the C drive users. Then you go into your username here, and then you should see it right there. Here it is, PS3 tools and PS3 tools again. I would suggest once it installs, you take this and you make a shortcut to it on your desktop, the PS3 tools menu, so you have it here. Also, I use the param SFO editor a lot. Now, the param SFO is already built into the tool, so when you click on it, it's actually going to show up there. Let me show you. Okay, so you got all the tools right here, but I've made shortcuts to them. So here's that SFB edit that we're going to need, and there's the SFO editor. But I made shortcuts to them, so look, they're located right here into the folder, so you can make shortcuts to your desktop if you like. It's up to you. Oh, and the other thing too, before I forget, you should make a couple of folders onto your desktop. Now, in this case, since we are doing this with LA Noire, I made a couple of folders here. Just ignore that DLC. That's where all the DLC that I have access to, I put it in, but you don't need that. You can just put the DLC wherever you want. But you should make two folders, something similar like what I did. I have LA Noire original files and then LA Noire modded files. That way you can keep the originals just in case something goes wrong. You could just put them back in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to meet you over at the PS3. I'm going to start Multiman, and I'm going to go into Multiman's file manager, so I'll meet you there. To my setup, let's go into file manager. We're going to go up here to PS3 root. By the way, the thumbstick moves the window around, the left thumbstick, the right thumbstick moves the arrow, and pretty much in this kind of desktop setup, you only need to use the X button and the circle. Circle goes back and X confirms. So let's go into dev HDD0. And let's go to games, capital S. This is where your game probably resides. As you can see, here are the games. And by the way, when you have backups of your games, you should own all the originals. I own the originals on discs of all these games here. So let's go ahead and show you LA Noire right there. All right. So it's bles 30554. Now, this works. You can do this on PSN type games, but PSN games don't reside in this folder. As you may know, they reside in the game folder. All small letters, no S. Okay, and they usually start with like an N something, npub, npea, whatever. Okay, so you get the idea of how that works. So if you want to change one of these to like from US to European, you're going to follow the same directions and you're going to do the same thing pretty much. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get and by the way, since these are not game disks, I believe the .sfb file will not be here. Okay, I don't see it because this is not a disk game. So when we get to that part, you can skip that part. And if you ever want to know what game this is in, what game you're looking at, because it doesn't tell you, all you need to do is click on one of the .pngs, which is a pic, see, and it shows you right there. So this is Street Fighter 2, Puzzle Fighter, or whatever the game was. So it tells you what it is. All right. So now we're here in the game HDD0 game folder, and as you can see, bles 30554 is right there. There is no bles. This is in alphabetical order. If you look, there's only 2 bleses up here. There is no bles 9033. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the XMB, and I'm going to meet you there. Okay, so here we are back at the XMB, and now what we're going to do is we're going to install the DLC, the European DLC. Now, I already have mine installed. I FTP'd it directly into my PS3, so when you go into install package files, mine is here in the systems storage, right there, the console's car traffic case. But if you look, if you have USB and you're putting the DLC into the USB, then you're not going to look in here. You're going to go into the standard, and of course, you know how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install this this DLC, the European DLC, and I'm going to fast forward the video, and then as soon as it's finished, we'll pick up from there. Okay guys, so here we are back at the XMB, and I'm going to go ahead and show you now where that DLC, European DLC installed. So I'll meet you at Multiman Desktop File Manager, whatever. Okay, so here we are in the Multiman File Manager. And it's kind of like a desktop type presentation. We're going to go into game. And now look, the very first one, there it is, bles 00933. Okay, I was saying it was bles 90333. I have my numbers backed up, backwards. So it's bles 00933. Okay, right there. So let's let me click that. See, it's LA Noire. Now the problem here is that this is bles 00933, and of course what we want is for it to work here, but this is completely different. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to change the region of the game itself. But so that you see it's not working, I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. I'm going to go back into the XMB. I'm going to load my game through Webman, and I'm going to launch it, and then we're going to look for the DLC. So I'll meet you at the game. Okay guys, so here we are back at the game, and as you can see there's resume from my save. And I'm also going to explain to you, there's going to be a link in my video. You're going to need, in order not to lose your saves, you're going to need to reassign your saves to, and I have another video that shows you how to do that that's already been up for a while, so you'll need to reassign your saves. Anyway, so we look here, there's new, there's resume, there's extras, but there's no cases. In this case, the DLC that I want is a case, an extra case, and it should come up here as cases, but it's not. Okay, and I activated the wrap file and everything for it, and it's not. The extras are something else. Okay, see vehicle showroom, credits, it's not the cases. So we need to go ahead and change the game out. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go back out to the XMB and I'll show you what you need to do. Okay, so here we are back at the XMB. Let me just unmount my game here. So what we're going to need to do is we need to erase all the data for this game. So we need to erase the game data and any other DLC that you may have for it. So we're going to go into game data. You don't need to erase your saves, you're just going to need to resign them, but the game data needs to go. So here's LA Noire, there's DLC, there's DLC. So one of these is the bles. It's the one we installed. That's why there's two LA Noire DLCs. Okay, so I don't know which one's which. I'm going to look at the date. Hopefully that'll tell me. But since I was doing this all today, it shows all today's date. Oh, but it's time stamped. So yeah. So it's the top one. It's time stamped. So the top one is the European one that I just installed. So I'm going to keep that. But everything else needs to go. And you probably should install the European or the DLC that you have. You probably shouldn't install it until after you've converted your game over to that region. Okay, so the only thing I have is the DLC that we installed, the bles, which is fine. Okay, I had to edit some stuff out. I had somebody knocking on my door. All right, so the only thing that I have left is the DLC that I installed, the European DLC. So we got all of that gone. All right. Now we need to go ahead and do some file editing. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and meet you on the PC side, and we're going to take care of some stuff there. Okay guys, here we are back at the desktop, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you what files you need to extract, and I'm going to do this again via FTP, but you can do it using your USB flash drive. Again, you should recommended you make a couple of folders, one named original files, the other one named modded files. I'm going to leave that open. We're actually going to go into the original files, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting the files in there. So I'm connected via FTP. At least I should be. There we go. All right, so where we're going to go is to dev hdd0, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to go where the game is located. Now this is a disk game backup, so of course it's located in games, and then here it is, LA Noire right there, 305554 or 30554, and we're going to go there. Okay, so here's what we're going to need to copy. You're going to need to copy this file here, the PS3 disk.sfb. So we're going to put that into our original folder. Then you're going to need to go here into PS3 game. You're going to need to copy the param.sfo. And then we're going to go into the licdir folder, which is up here, and we're going to copy the lick.dat folder, lick that. All right, so there are the original files. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to minimize this for now. We have these on our desktop. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy these again. All right, so let's highlight them all. We are going to copy them, and then we're going to go into that folder where it says modded files that I suggested you make, and you're going to paste them there. Now we're going to mod these, but you're going to, of course, have the original here in the original files. So in case something goes wrong, you know, it doesn't matter too much. So anyway, here are the ones we're going to need to modify. All right. Now, the first things first, in your PS3, and you know, you don't have to do this right now, but in your PS3, and you could do this via Multiman File Manager, you can rename this folder to what to the region that that you need. So in this case, we are renaming LA Noire to bles 00933. So we're going to go ahead and keep everything the same, except I'm going to rename it bles 00933. So make sure you have the correct game ID. All right, so that's the first thing that's changed. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and start with these files. You can go and open up the param SFO. Either use PS3 tools. If you didn't make the shortcut, you can use PS3 tools. Go to param SFO editor. And then you're just going to point it here to this folder. Okay. Now, I have a shortcut on my desktop, so I make it easy by just dragging it to the shortcut. And then just click run and see it opens up. Here, you're going to change it to the ID that you need, and in this case, we're making it the European, so it's bles 00933. And that's all you need to do. Do not mess with anything else here. We're just going to click save. And then you'll see up here in the little corner real quick, it'll say saved. So that's done. That one's been modified. All right. Now we're going to change the .sfb. So we're going to go into PS3 tools again. And here's the PS3 disk SFB edit. So again, SFB files are only for disk games. If you're changing a PSN type game, you can skip this step. All right, so let's go ahead. I forgot if you can drag this here or not. Let's see. No, you can't. So it's going to make us do things the long way. Let's go to the desktop. We're going to do LA Noire tutorial, and we're going to do our modded. Remember, we're modding files, so let's pick the SFB. Ooh, and there you go. You can't miss that. So see. It's a 30554, and we're going to change it to bles 00933. All right, and we're just going to click save. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Then once it saves, which it did, we're going to go ahead and close. All right, now you're going to open up the hex editor, which I think I accidentally closed mine. Of course I did. So let's open it up again. Now you're going to take the lickdat file. I can't say that with a straight face. We're going to take the lickdat file and we're going to just drag it over to our hex editor. Now hit Control F. Now here's the key. If your game, you're going to type in the first 4 letters of the game ID. So if it starts with bles, then you're going to type bles. Now in this case, our game LA Noire starts with blus, so it's BLUS, and then we're just going to hit OK. And see, it takes us right here. And guess what you're going to do here? You're going to go here, okay, and you're going to delete all this. Actually, we don't need to delete it. Bles, what did I say it was? 00933. There we go. 00933. So you actually don't have to delete it. You could just type right over it. And then we're going to click on the little save icon right here. Boom. All right, done. Okay, and it makes a backup, which, you don't need. We already have the original. All right, so that's it. Now these modded ones need to go back into your PS3. So we're going to go into our, in this case, LA Noire folder. There's the disk PS3 disk.sfb. Of course, if you're doing this again on a PSN game, you won't have that there. So we're going to copy this there. We're going to select overwrite. Now we're going to go into PS3 game. We're going to copy over the param SFO. We're going to overwrite that. And then we're going to go into the licdir. And we're going to replace the lick that. See, can't laugh. All right, there we go. So that's it. The files that we needed have been replaced. So I'm going to go ahead. Everything is done. And I'm going to meet you now over at the PS3. Okay, guys, so here we are back on Multiman. And let me go ahead and show you that it says LA Noire, but underneath it says bles 00933. So that's exactly what we want. Let me go back to my favorite layout here, which is this one. Now we're going to go into File Manager. And when we, near the beginning, when we deleted the game data, the BLUS 30554 folder should have deleted from the game folder. So let's go into dev HDD0. Let's go into game. Now remember earlier when we came here it said BLUS 30554. Notice that it's gone. That's because when we deleted the game data, it took that folder of course with it. So, but what is still here is the European DLC, the bles 0093. Now we are going to run the game, and the game is going to install data again, but it's going to install it now as bles 00933, and it's going to install it right into this folder where our DLC is, our European DLC is, and that's exactly what we want. So let's get out of this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go back to the XMB, I'm going to launch the game, I'm going to let it install, and when the game starts, I'll go ahead and meet you there. We got resume, and there we go. There's the cases. See, it wasn't there before, and now when we click on it, and there it is, the console's car. So now we have that DLC available, and we can go ahead and we can start playing it. So that's how you change the region of your game. Yeah, and the proper way to do it. So check out my other video. Hopefully I'll remember to put a link in the description. If I don't, just check out my channel. It's how to reassign PS3 saves using brute force, which by the way happens to be inside of the PS3 tools that you may just have installed. It's in there. So so yeah, you have almost everything you need. There is one other program you could do it with, which that video has it there that you can download, but honestly brute force really is the only thing you need. So there we go, guys. It's launching. Everything is good. Thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm always adding good stuff here, PS3 related, other stuff as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.